Alright, welcome to Just Magic the Gathering. I updated my mill deck some by basically just reworking the lands a little bit into quote-unquote nicer lands. And I pulled out some of the control and added in the sieges, just a little bit more things that work better with the overall theme of the deck. The Glacierwood Siege, if I picked Mirror, whenever I cast an instant or sorcery, target player mills 4 cards. And so not only does that pair with the main theming of the deck, if I just need to get your cards into the graveyard, I threw in the Water Crystal, which in a way I was wondering about maybe exchanging for more than one of these, because blue spells cost 1 less to cast, and then if opponent would mill 1 or more cards, they mill that many plus 4 instead. So it doesn't actually take long with something like they mill 4 cards, and now it's 4 plus 4, so they milled 8, before my River Churn Monument can really just flip their deck without having the Singularity Rupture. And that's where I was kind of going with strengthening its overall millability. So yeah, with that, I was looking to give it a quick try and see how it holds up. I actually have higher expectations for it now that it's should be a little more stable. How am I missing the obvious? I know it's an alchemy deck. What's going on here? And it's valid. Just one more time. Everything looks right there. And it's because it's standard ranked, I'm being silly. Alchemy play, alchemy ranked. I go in here, there we go. Nail the Virtuous. I'm not a huge fan, but I can at least name blue and get to my card draw. So 242 cards. I was wondering if I should play my River Churn Monument or what to do there. He's playing green-white, and I missed a land drop. The White Lotus Hideout. He's playing Shrines, potentially. Thinking I should just fell it, as opposed to doing my Momentum Breaker. He is getting land where I'm not. And that's one thing, he has a lot of cards in his deck, 240 still. What else does he have? Feldar's Retreat. That's a good one in a way to get out of his deck. The Flagstarn Kjalv. I don't recognize it. I'm assuming he's going to be playing it here soon. So here I'm thinking I'm going to Bella's Creature and he has an instant. See what he does. It's kind of a slow game, or it's a slower deck. So it works as card draw. I'm actually glad to get both of those out of my deck. The Aether Spark. If I do something like the Overkill, I can't get to his Aether Spark. The Water Crystal, I almost need to deal with as creature. In a way, that's probably might have been a mistake. I could have taken the 4 more damage. Created 2/1 Night Token, or 2/2 Night Token. And it can transform for 6. I was questioning doing the Overkill. Next round I can play my Planetarium. But I don't get to use it next round unless I postpone it 1 round with Opulent Palace. Now what do I want to do here? I can Overkill. Make a mill. Sorry, indecision. The add 10 mana of any color is pretty huge, depending on what he has in his hand. He has an Unstoppable Slasher I put out, which is nice to see in the graveyard. When 1 or more tokens would be created, twice that many of tokens are created instead. This is probably his game. Not quite sure why he would have done that. And that's going to take not all my mana. What can I get for free? Another River Churn Monument? Which isn't the greatest. Ten mana. What's he up to? Should have good gamed him. Too slow. It was a 14-13? I didn't actually even quite catch what that was. Or I didn't recognize the card. And it entered, it just did me, like, yeah. 14 damage? I like it. At a certain point I was questioning I should make it black and play it pay the life, right? At least get one of them back. People run crazy decks, 242 cards. Here I'm just running a plain 60. Discard a card. No control. I'm actually thinking of the... I don't know what he's up to. The Bandit's Talent. Black, red. Yeah, which is a little unfortunate in that I can't play my Phyrexian Arena because I would have actually very much preferred to get into my card draw. I need one more black. Long pause. That's all I got, which is a whole lot of nothing. He's playing tricolor. Fire Lord Zuko. I need one more mana of any color to get into my mana draw. And I'm going to go for my card draw. Which might have actually been a mistake. If I play my Plaza, I can go hunting for 2 lands. And then I can do it the Northern Air Temple to triple ping them. And then next round I can get both I don't have enough to do Omniscience. My Siege, I can do the Planetarium, but not also House Meld. It's not playing blue. Let's see what I get for free. In a way, I almost need a temple. I'll take my Singularity Rupture, I guess. And then next round I'll get my temple for my draw. So, I don't think it was a bad play. If I would have gone for my temple, I would have been able to get my draw up and maybe into... my Omniscience faster. See what I get for free. I'll take my shrine. More land. was questioning at this point what to... Getting my siege out. Getting more card draw up. Getting more lands out is probably where I should go. Choose a basic land, and then up to 3 basic lands. I like the card draw rolling in. So yeah, feeling in a way more comfortable with that at least. That's one of the things I'm glad about having a whole bunch of cards. Makes my options for discard a lot better. And that's game. Win con met. So, yeah. In a way I'm happy with... I didn't realize it reset. Yeah, in a way I'm happy with the changes. I was wondering about where to cut it, or wouldn't mind probably doing one more. And I think what I'll do is actually just like trim it. What I need to actually do is do intro and exit so I can just record randomly and showcase games that are interesting. In a way, I like it. I wish I had one more black to get into my Phyrexian arena. Bothang's Journey, I could pull directly for it. I'd almost rather pull for the blue if I was... Or, I mean, I have the island. Yeah, no, at a certain point I like this. $156. Stalking the party. Whenever you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, put a supply counter on this enchantment. Remove 2 supply counters for card draw. I like it. I'm gonna actually go for my black now. Not sure if that was the right choice. Playing blue-green. Bushwhack. Going for land. That is nice because target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Phyrexian Arena. I'm happy with how it's shaping up for mana ramping. In some ways that's just the luck of the draw though. Warden of the Grove. Gets a stash counter. And here's where I almost have to fell that. If I did... I can do the River Churn Monument. Surveil 1 to Hidden Grotto. Heaped Harvest. When this artifact enters and when you sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped. And for 2 you can sacrifice it to gain 3 life. I kind of like that for mana ramp. And it's a common? He's trying to mana ramp. At a certain point, I'm getting pretty close to my win condition. If I do the Northern Air Temple, then the Draw Temple. I was wondering actually about just doing one more Northern Temple. Doesn't hurt. And I could do Singularity Ruptured next round. Alicia, who laughs at fate. He gets to start pulling stuff out of his graveyard. And it's when he attacks. At the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, return target creature with mana value less than its power. And when it attacks, it gets counters. If I play the Verge, I can do the Singularity Rupture this round and then win condition next round. Quasi-Revenant. Too little, too late. No more cards. It seems to be holding up better without actually giving it like half a dozen or almost 2 dozen rounds. It's hard to get its overall consistency. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the changes to my mill deck. But yeah, with that, I look forward to doing some Magic in the future.